All right. All right, everybody. So we know that, in the middle of the day, who has time in the middle of the day to hop on a Zoom call? So those of you who are here, thank you. I literally just got off of another work Zoom call and had this, blocked in my schedule to make sure that I can get it done as well, because I want everybody to have success this weekend in preparing for the next 21 days, which hopefully is not just about the next 21 days. It's actually sustainable for the rest of your life. And there are women here on this team, on this call right now, who can probably attest to learning how to portion your foods this way will probably change the way you eat for the rest of your life. And not in a lack way, or in a form of dieting, but in a very positive, fulfilling way, and make you really get excited about eating foods that you love. So Lindsay here the other day put in the message pod, which everybody should be in the message pod on Facebook, but also in the bod group in the Body app. So we will make sure that that Body app link is also in the message pod for anyone who has not yet connected. We'll make sure that that is there as well for you. But in that Body app, which I'm going to actually share my screen here quickly, is all the program resources that Lindsay was referring to the other day. And the way that you get there, can everybody see my screen? I just want to make sure. Okay, awesome. When you log into Beachbody On Demand and you click on your 21-day super block, which remember, if you got a TSP or you unlocked it, paid for and unlocked it, or are on a supplement every single month, that's how you gain access to this. Just because you have a body subscription does not mean it's automatically unlocked. This is a special body block that gets released. And as each month, and as long as you are on your supplements each month, that's one of the benefits of staying on them, other than, if you need another benefit of it being good for your health. And by the way, I had my form of Shakeology this morning was yet again another 2 amazing chocolate cupcakes. That was, for that to be a snack that is not just 1, but 2, and it be my source of protein and amazing, I was like, and I'm not even like a sweet treater, but sometimes I am.
So
Sometimes.
hey Shannon, on that, what would be the 21 day fix? Like it's one red, I'm assuming. Is that a yellow?
It's 1 red,
Yeah.
and it's like, it's not, it's like a third of a purple. And
Uh,
honestly, there's no yellows. There's no yellow in it.
okay.
There's 0 yellow in it, as a matter of fact. There's a banana in it and a teaspoon of baking powder.
Okay.
There are other recipes that have you add oats to them. That's when it
Right.
becomes, that's when it
Gotcha.
becomes a
Okay.
yellow.
I wasn't sure if that one had like oats or almond flour or anything like that. Okay. That's
No.
great.
So it
Awesome.
is literally straight up Shakeology and a banana, just as if you were to make a mug cake, but you actually
Yeah.
bake. Oh, and 3 eggs.
Okay.
So it's really a protein, and yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's great. Sounds great. Thank you.
And so, okay, so I'm talking about this recipe, and we'll show you about the recipes in a moment when it comes to your meal plan. But I want to show you where these program materials are. So once you open up the Body app, you're able to click on here, and that's where all the workouts are. You're going to notice everything's going to say coming soon, because each day, usually they launch a week. They open up a week at a time, but we'll see what happens. I have no idea, versus a day at a time. But we will start week 1, day 1 on Monday, and I'm so thrilled about that. There's always a lot of energy when everybody's doing a program together. But these program materials, workouts are great, but they're only 20% of your success. Okay. 80% of your success actually comes from mastering your portion fix. Okay. What we put into our bodies, we need to be able to fuel our bodies. So be sure, I'll open this up here. Everybody should have these containers, and learn how to calculate their container portions. Now, in the past, we've had another program called the Gut Protocol. The only difference between the Gut Protocol and the Portion Fix is that the Gut Protocol has a specific list of foods that you can eat or should eat because they're high in pre and probiotics, but it also has more vegetables in it. So if you are a vegetable, like you're allowed 3 or 4 vegetables, I think it's 3 vegetables a day, it doubles it to 6, like in one of the food brackets. And so it just means getting more veggies in your diet when you go through the Gut Protocol. So that's the difference. If anybody is kind of like, what's truly the difference? It's really the food list, and that the fact that there's more you can eat. So here, once you know your portions, and your portions are very easy, you can just click here and help yourself calculate them. Here is a bunch of recipes specific for this program. Now I'm opening up this link here, and let's just give it a second. And it brings you to the Fixate cooking show, but you don't have to watch all of these videos. And I didn't realize this when I found a recipe. A lot of these recipes have videos that go along with them. You can click these 3 little dots and a PDF will come up right with the recipe. So just a little tip, like you don't have to watch a video just to get a recipe.
Right. And on that too, if you're doing it from your phone, from the app, and are opening the Fixate recipes from the app, you just kind of scroll down below the video and there will be same thing, the little PDF file. So you can open it from there as well. For those who are using it on their phones.
Awesome. Perfect. So they're down below. So again, here is, for example, a breakfast recipe. Down below here is a PDF for you to go ahead and follow along. And you do not have to even figure out like what the portions are because they tell you. So you'll see here that one green, this is a half a green and this is 1 protein, and you can check that off. Now I have, so that's just, again, just simply the recipes, knowing where to find these resources. But sometimes people want a plan, right? You want an actual weekly plan given to you. And I'm going to see if I can find that because I should have probably looked in advance. If either of you know exactly where it is, please feel free to tell me.
So if you go in the, oh, sorry, if you go out of the recipes and go back to no, down below, sorry. In the essential guide, there is a 7-day plan example. There's the to be mindset, and then below is the example. Yeah, right there. It might be, yeah, so further down, I guess.
Perfect. It's like 2 pages. Perfect. Okay, good. So this one specifically is for to be mindset. This one, and then there's lots of, oh wow, here's lunch.
There's a lot of recipes. Yeah, it's really, yeah, really good.
Okay.
Remind, I have uploaded months and months and months worth of 7-day meal plans, weekly meal plans in our bod group. In the file section are literally over a year's worth of PDFs, and it breaks it down for the to be mindset, but it also breaks it down for the portion control. Utilize them. They're amazing.
Okay, let's show everybody where that is. Okay, so I'll go into the bod groups. This is the Rock Your Life Wellness Academy. Again, you just click on bod groups and you should be able to see it there. Lindsay's referring to this little files tab here. And there they are, the weekly meal plans. There's 111 files. So, wow. Okay, and this is not, folks, this is not even like just, for the day. This is for the whole week. So let's go ahead and look at this. For example, here's March, week 1. Here's what we have for breakfast. And then down below, you will find the recipes. But am I correct that this is also a clickable PDF? So I should be able to, let's see. Oh, this is not. Okay. No big deal. No big deal. But here are all the recipes for these amazing shakes, zucchini and ham quinoa cups, so many good things here. And these are going to be recipes that your families are going to love as well. So,
and when you're meal planning, underneath each of them, if you can scroll underneath a recipe, it breaks it down. I can't really see because I'm on my phone and I don't have my glasses on, but it breaks down the containers too. So it's a really easy way for you to plan so that you get all your containers in a day. And then all the way on the bottom is a full shopping list. So it makes it so easy, you guys. It's completely foolproof. Everything is there for you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So friends, these are resources that look at these, how yummy, that you want to use. Now, my best tip for you when it comes to picking your meals, because, we're giving you a meal plan here, but maybe you're like, oh, but I don't like salmon, or, oh, I don't eat, meat or meat period, right? There's also vegan options. But what I like to do is look at what I'm gonna make for dinner each week. Start with dinner. Because once you know what your container allotments are for dinner, then you can go back and plan what you're going to have for lunch and what you're going to have for breakfast, if that makes any sense. I don't know if anybody else does that, but that's how I plan my weeks. But if you need a foolproof plan with a list and it'll take you through all of your containers through the week, that's where everything is. Expectations of this group. Before I go forward, is there anything, Kathy or Lindsay, that you want to add? Anything that has really worked for you or things that I'm missing?
I would just say, try not to get overwhelmed. I feel like, and don't put so much pressure on yourself to be perfect and to get it all right. We are in it together. Listen, Shannon and I have been doing this for over 7 years and we still have questions. We're still learning every day. Lean on us. Don't feel like you can't ask questions. And don't feel like it's all or nothing. Like, you are here to get results, whether they be physical, mental, or both, probably both. But this is a journey where you want to love yourself along the process. You want to find joy in this experience. This is not about punishing your body. This is not about deprivation or anything. It's really about finding joy in a healthy lifestyle. So embrace that aspect of it and let go of that perfection mindset that I think some of us come into this with, and just really learn to love where you are right now and know that you can find the joy and you can change and you can do all the things each and every day if you just allow yourself to be.
Yeah. And I call that freeing myself from an outcome, right? Or the goal or the result or the pounds or the whatever it is for you, that's the trigger. Free yourself from that. Because like Lindsay said, this is something we want you to fall in love with. This is something we have fallen in love with. And that is why we enjoy sharing it and doing this. And when I say this is not just about the 21 days, right? It's because we have been doing this. For me now, it's 8+ years. It's crazy. Lindsay, I think it's 8 years for you now. It's 8 years. It's not 7 anymore. It's crazy. And the habits that you instill for yourself are going to, you don't have to force your families to do this with you. It's just going to happen. It's going to evolve because these are going to be the meals that you're cooking and exploring, and you'll get feedback whether they like it or they don't like it. So you tweak it to, whether it's with seasoning or things that your family is going to like, because it really does become integrated. It shouldn't be stressful at all. But it might be. And when it is, don't let that go. If you feel like, oh my gosh, I need to eat something else. I always say, if I'm still hungry, I'm going to either have some protein or I'm going to have, something crunchy. Instead of a potato chip, I'm going to have like some carrots and hummus, because it's going to satisfy just merely that crunch. And it's a vegetable, it's not going to hurt you. So none of this is going to hurt you. And you're probably going to be very surprised at how much we're going to be asking you to eat. And you may feel like you're struggling with eating as much as what your containers are. But again, that's why having a plan is very, very important. Kathy, anything before I give
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if you have a family and there are like 4 meals, right, that the family likes, there is so many recipes on the app that, like, you can actually type the keyword, say the family loves meatloaf, go into the fixate and find the meatloaf. I have done that. The recipe I had for meatloaf was too fatty. And I didn't even enjoy it anymore. And I actually went and then I typed meatloaf and I found the fixate recipe, and everybody loved it, and nobody really even was like, well, they loved it. It was different, but it still was something that is we keep as a staple in in our normal meal planning. And so I would say, just, if there are like core things that you like to cook, go look at the recipe, see if there's little tweaks you can do to make it healthier, to squeeze in some veggies in there. There's a lot of hidden veggies recipes that can be so useful and help, to get another container in there of, of veggies, if sometimes that could be something that's difficult for people to get the 4 containers. I know for me, I need the 2 more or double, but yeah, I would say, because there's so much resources, don't get overwhelmed by it. Just think of, what are the things I like, and can I maybe integrate them, but by making them healthier, if you
absolutely.
can find a healthier version. And I mean, as a group, I think we have so many recipes that we've tried that we can easily share, to help with the process, as well as you're building what you're going to be using going forward.
Yeah. There's meatballs, there's tacos, there's,
Right.
Sunday Italian dinners, Autumn and her brother are very
They're
Italian,
Italian, yeah.
I
it's
have one
fun.
more. I have one more thing, because I'm a mom and I know that we have so many mamas in our group. I think some of the hardest things when I first started was my children. First of all, they're vegetarian and I have one very, very picky child. And so I was finding that I was cooking different meals, and that can get overwhelming. And I know that that's a concern because I've talked to some of you about it already. One of the things, if I can offer any advice, is talk to your family about what you're doing. Sometimes maybe the kids are too young, but if you have a spouse or a partner, talk to them and let them know why this is important to you, so that they can support you along this journey, because maybe they don't want to eat the same foods that you are. It can kind of be a little daunting for them and a little overwhelming for them as well. So talk to them. But as far as your kids go, What I started to do, and I don't do it much anymore because now I need my mommy time, but when I first started this, I would bring them to the grocery store and I would have them pick out something that is maybe different that they haven't tried before. And help them walk like the perimeter of the grocery store. So all the fresh fruits, all the fresh veggies. And I would say, you know what, Sawyer, can you just pick out like one new thing that you're going to try this week? Might not be on your meal plan, but if you want to sort of get your whole family involved, I think it's a really great way, instead of just saying, hey, you're going to eat this, like we're going to do this, but have them be a part of it. And so that will not only help them, but it will help you and kind of make that transition a little bit easier. And I found that when they are a part of picking it out, they're more likely to eat it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Great tips. Okay. So, expectations, right? That sounds like so serious. We just want you to show up. Okay. We want you to show up for you. We want you to engage. We want you to, work on your mindset. Okay. There are also some mindset resources in the tool, and we'll show you where those are too. But I wanted to just show you what, I was listening to something the other day about accountability and it actually having a negative connotation. And our accountability is not you being accountable really to us. Okay. It's a positive thing for you to be accountable to yourself. And that's why the app is so wonderful, because it's not just you showing up in a group of other people, taking a sweaty selfie or telling everybody what you ate for the day, right? That's not what we mean. What we mean in accountability is actually tracking what it is that you're doing. So day to day, you can see how you're doing. Accountability is about you. Okay. You showing up for you, nobody else. Now, other people, if you show up, right, are going to encourage you and they're going to cheer you on and they're going to ask you what it is that you made for dinner and they're going to engage with you. And that is fun. That's not accountability. That is just community. That's engagement and fun. So I want you to also take that. If you're nervous about showing up, posting, right? Recognize that this is about you. This isn't about you posting for anybody else, okay? And remember that this is an app. It's not social media. So you can, just to review, on your app, when you do your workout, the system will automatically know what workout that you did and it will upload, okay? Once you open up your app, it'll say, do you want to share this workout now? Say yes. Tell us how you feel. Snap a photo, share it to the group. Don't just snap a photo and be done. Snap a photo and tell us how you feel, because every day you're going to feel different and you're not always going to feel great. And sometimes it's going to be hard, and that's okay because you're making progress. Because there are going to be good days and there are going to be bad days. And what's most important is that you show up. You can also track your Shakeology. You can track your supplements. You can track your water. And then again, most importantly, you can track your containers and your meals. And as you fill in these little color-coded boxes, these ones at the top, you can see I haven't tracked my breakfast, but as you look at the ones at the top, they will start to decrease in number. So you know by the end of the day what you have left. Now, another thing is you probably want to make sure you get most of your containers in, I would say before 7 p.m. It's just good practice to not have to, to not eat like close to the time in which we go to bed. So thinking you want to start your digestion process a good 2 hours before you go to bed. I usually go to bed around 9:30. So I'm not usually eating anything after 7:30. However, sometimes I need a snack. What am I going to grab? I'm going to grab something crunchy. And usually it's just a bite of something. It's not like anything major, right? It's usually or have a glass of water. And that usually curbs and fulfills you as well. But those are the expectations. Now, we also mentioned about having a health bet. And we got some really good feedback. So I'm going to say, let's do it. I will go ahead and share my PayPal or Venmo. You can send $20. And depending on how many people participate is what we will determine the prizes will be. The last time we did this, we just did, winner takes all, because we had a good number of participants, but it was still not like what we've had in the past. So we were like, you know what, this month we're going to do winner takes all. Usually we give people who are showing up and tracking points, we usually give the first 3 spots a prize, but who knows? Let's see how many people participate in this. And on Saturday mornings, we will have workouts. And during Saturday mornings, we like to spin a wheel. So we will be giving out prizes for that as well. So participation, and that will be for anyone, whether you want to be in the health bet or not. Okay. It's not required for you to do that. We will have everybody participate in that. Everyone who's doing the 21-day fix participate in that, because we have to figure out how to get all those names in one line. But so if you want to participate in that, I'll go ahead again in the message pod, put my PayPal or Venmo. You can send them $20 a person there. Some people are motivated by money. Whatever makes you show up is what's going to make you show up. But at the end of the day, we hope that you learn that you are showing up for you first, because this is your life. We want you to love yourself. And I promise you, when you start loving yourself more, you're going to start loving the world more. You're going to start loving your children more. You're going to start appreciating them more, because you don't feel so depleted, because you've given yourself that gift. And they may still get on your nerves, but any last things that you would like to add, ladies? I said I was going to show you where something was, and I forgot what it was. Well, if you guys have any other questions, the message pod is where you ask those questions. The bod group is for your day-to-day. That's where we expect to see most of the action. Be sure to engage with people. Lindsay will go ahead and post. Sorry, Lindsay, I always volunteer you for this, mostly because you're so good at it. So, but she will post how to get points for the health bet, so that you can track your points. You will report them every Friday or Sunday, every Sunday in the message pod. And that'll be great. Or maybe, Lindsay, maybe we'll have a post where people can put them, so it's easier for you to see them too.
Maybe that have to be in the bod group though, because it'll get lost in the message pod. But yeah, it's honor system, guys. Yeah. Honor system. Keep track. The points are pretty easy to keep track of, but just keep track of them yourself. I'll post what the points entail, and we'll have some fun little challenges for you, and it's going to be fantastic. But yeah, you'll report those to me on Sunday.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it. If you guys have any questions, continue to ask them. We want everybody to have a successful start. Be sure you review start preparing your meal plan for this week. Get your shopping done over the weekend. That'll probably be one of the things we'll ask you to share with all of us is, your shopping cart. What's it look like? What do your menus look like? Not everybody has to do the same thing, but we all will be doing the same workout, and that can be a lot of fun too. We also do these pickup, Zoom workouts as well during the week. Sometimes people like to do them together, but the Saturday one is the big one. And we hope that a lot of you can attend that. And we just hope everybody has a really successful month. I'm excited. I know you're excited. So let's get started. Take care. Bye.
Thanks, bye.
guys.
Bye.